ill. But yeah, as I say, I'll bring this screen up because it basically compares over the last 6 game weeks those big four players I've just mentioned. And
Yeah.
despite Salah only playing 5 games rather than 6, he is still miles ahead on expected points. He's on 57.4. Second place is
Wow,
Palmer on
wow, wow, yeah.
50.89. And he's
Yeah.
played a game less. He
Yeah.
is absolutely
Um,
flying. He's expected points per 90 of 11.66 is insane.
no, I think
Um,
spot on.
yeah,
I think what's interesting here is when we shared like comparisons of premium assets like previously, right? Haaland was, and he has been very unlucky, right? Last 6 game
yeah,
weeks, expected points of 40. He's had 23 points. However, his expected points, which we are looking at, were quite on par with Salah and Palmer.
yeah,
But obviously, the last 6 game weeks now, you've seen a gap emerge, right? Yes, Salah's been unlucky. I've been lucky, sorry. Palmer's underperforming, right? Not by a great margin, but he's underperforming. But a gap has moved. So I think like as Haaland owners, I think like underlying stats, we probably moved off at the right time. He's been very bad, like especially the last 2 or 3 game weeks as well. So I mean that's an interesting trend, right? Is that he's been still been unlucky, but the underlying there's a gap emerging, right? So
yeah.
I'm looking at that. And if you to ask me, pick two at the moment or three, like I'd exclude Haaland just because of like the price, right? Obviously,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Salah and Palmer. We looked at the fixtures there, absolute no-brainers, fantastic underlines and fantastic kind of performance, right? Great fixtures coming up, both an absolute no-brainers. Saka's got a nice run there, but I think his run is a lot better than Haaland's if you compare it like to like for like. I think I would say that's
Yeah.
I would say but it's not a lot better. I would say it's better from an attacking point of view, but he costs 4.5 mil cheaper. So
Yeah,
uh, I think that's that's key.
yeah,
That's key.
yeah. No, I get that. On the Haaland point, I've just double checked. In the last 2 game weeks when De Bruyne started, his expected points per 90 was 6.1. In the 4 game weeks prior to that, it was 6.1. So De Bruyne hasn't made a difference to Haaland's expected output. Um,
I think the fixtures have made a difference though. They
yeah,
had like, tougher fixtures there, but like yeah, that's not value for money in terms of expected points. Six is not enough when you've got Salah and Palmer going crazy. So yeah, I think it's interesting that like when we last looked at this, it was like oh, there's still a lot of justification of keeping Haaland or kind of whatnot, but
no,
not now, not now. We'll see what I think for
I'm
him is like
assuming.
we'll see what happens the next two game weeks and
Yeah,
then see
yeah, yeah,
trends and
yeah.
whatnot. Um,
And on that,
Saka,
you touched on it, right? The idea that you could potentially move to Haaland for game week 18. The one that you maybe give up is Saka, right? Because he's performing not as well as Palmer and Salah. From game week 19, his fixtures turn compared to them two as well. He also seems to be off corners, mate. Declan Rice is taking some corners, which was a big thing for Saka. Was he was on all the
yeah,
set pieces.
yeah. I mean, there's a huge gap in price there. And I'm kind of happy owning him, but yeah,
Yeah,
I think let's be clear. There's a gap between him and these three players. And there's a gap between Haaland at the moment and Salah and Palmer, right? So, um, yeah, I think people got Saka can be kind of flying with him, but not. I don't think he's not a captaincy option, is he really? But nor do you really need to pick him. Um,
yeah,
so I'm kind of happy again to keep my powder dry. And I think with Haaland as well, I don't think you have to force the move in game week. What's that in 3 game weeks time,
yeah,
right? Because he's playing Everton at home, but you've made the point, Dave, that like everyone else has got great options as well. So if he was like the standout captaincy option, then maybe it's a choice. But like all the other guys have got awesome fixtures there as well. Even after that,
yeah,
Salah's playing West Ham, Palmer's playing Leicester, Palmer's playing Ipswich, Saka's playing Brentford. That's not screaming out to me. I definitely need Haaland. I'm not, so
yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
going to
yeah.
force it. So I
Absolutely.
can like wait 2 weeks and like reassess it as a as a non-owner. As a Saka owner, I think it's a cool. You're never going to captain him, but like I think it's kind of cool given those fixtures in the next 4 to kind of keep an eye on him. Yeah, Salah Palmer, I think are must-haves given the fixtures and the form and the output and the underlines, right?